the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep me
Good morning, Santa Barbara Teen Sports listeners. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We welcome you all to join us
every single Tuesday,
9 a.m. right after the news. This is a whole hour of Santa Barbara teen athletes and all those people right now and businesses that support those teen athletes, and the love just keeps growing and growing. Guess who's here today? Do you know who's here today? Do you recognize anybody that you don't really know? Like,
no, you know why?
But do you see any preferred seating or anything? No?
I do.
Yes?
I recognize everyone. You know why?
Why?
Because I've known them all in a past life.
Oh, I love that.
That's true.
I bet you it
and
is.
this is a great reunion.
Yes.
And a magnificent day.
That's it.
And it's also a very special person's birthday today.
Okay. Who? Yours?
No. Andrea.
Well, yes.
Yes, it's her birthday.
Well,
and
of course,
she's
in
here.
many realms.
Yes.
Dr. Andrea Seiffertt is in the house. Yes. She hasn't been here for over a year, and I walked into the quiet room, and then poof, there she was.
And when Erica walks into a quiet room,
Yes.
forget the quiet.
That's it. There's a poof. How you doing?
I'm really good.
You look good. We missed you.
How are you
Put
guys?
your hands together if you missed Dr. Andrea.
Oh, my God, did I miss her?
Yes. Because she's just sitting there. You actually has adopted her seat.
I can feel her energy under my butt.
Serious.
It's amazing.
It's wonderful. Okay, I'm not going to
even know
start
what to
from
say.
start to finish because you've gone, like, I think around at least a third of the world, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yes. And you didn't stop. You kept going and going and going.
I did. I'm still going, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you're here.
I'm here for a short visit. Yeah,
nice.
I missed everyone.
Aw.
And I had a class in Oregon, and so I thought, well, gosh, if I'm on the West Coast, I should show up in Santa Barbara and say
Nice.
hi to everybody.
You like Santa Barbara.
I've loved Santa Barbara.
I know. So
I can't
you
believe I don't still live here,
I know.
actually.
See?
My stuff's still in Goleta.
See? That's it.
And the storage bill I get every month.
Yeah, exactly. See? So, I mean, of all your travels, you want to share anything? I mean, as far as, because, you know, you were extremely, the whole sustainability. I mean, you've actually helped grow the show in a direction that I didn't even know it was going to go, and we've developed it in such a way that my water almost shot on the whole board. We developed in such a way, adding
bit of wording.
I know. We developed in such a way, like adding Fairview Gardens and really getting into the nutritional aspects, you know, of teens and growths and whatnot.
Awesome.
So I really appreciate that. So
Very cool.
Being in Europe, I mean, you want to add to anything like what they're doing? They're advanced, right? We're like behind.
No, it's much easier. I mean,
Yeah.
Santa Barbara is such a unique spot that it's just stupid how easy it is to get good food here. The rest of the country is not like this at all.
Right.
And I drove across almost all of it on my way to Europe. But in Europe, it's much easier to get fresh stuff. And I think people there are just more conscious generally of eating healthy local food.
Right.
But my favorite part actually was hiking. I did a lot of hiking wherever I went.
Nice.
So Wales, if anybody ever gets to Wales, go hike Mount Snowdon. It is an incredible experience. It's
Wow.
amazing. Not when it's storming, though.
That's when you did it?
No. We were very, very lucky with the weather.
Yeah.
But there's the hike that was above us, about 300 feet. It's right along a ridgeline. It's called Craig Goch, and people die on that every year because it's so dangerous. But the one that we were on was actually quite safe, unless it was super, super, rainy and windy and stuff. So we were lucky.
So on all your travels, what are you taking with it? I mean, are you writing, or what were you doing traveling?
Yeah, I was
or traveling?
writing.
Yeah?
It was mostly meeting people and talking to people and just making really good friends and that kind of stuff. It was great. It was really wonderful. And I've seen a lot of family along the way and a lot of really close friends that I hadn't seen in a long time. So
Right.
it was mostly just
Practicing
connecting
still,
with
or?
people. I'm practicing on friends.
Yeah. Nice.
And I'm keeping going with my classes, the
Yes.
biodynamic
Did I tell you my
stuff.
hip is bothering me? No, I'm just saying. You're going to throw something. She's a miracle worker. She's a true gift.
Not a
Terri,
miracle
honestly.
worker.
Actually, she, huh?
She, huh? From our fearless
Osteopath.
leader, she, huh?
She's an osteopath.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, see?
Ooh.
Yeah, see?
Hello.
Everybody's suddenly
I know.
I got a body for
Now
you.
you know what that was. Nobody knew what an osteopath was
know.
5 years ago. Now it's a household name.
Not to me. What
That's
is
right.
That's
osteopath?
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to require more than the minute we have left.
Exactly. See? And she knows what smooshy shine is and go time and all that kind of stuff. Let me go around the room real quick. Another quick can. Dr. Andrea Seiffertt. Thank you so much. We love you. Always welcome back. She's a emeritus co-host.
Oh.
That's what I just made her. I'm going to put that up back on the website. She said to take it down and put it back up because I can, because I'm allowed to. It's my thing.
Nothing you can do about it.
Nancy Eckert, how you doing, sweets?
Hey,
Yeah?
good to be here.
SB Tide!
SB Tide!
Yeah! You're killing it!
You're killing it. Our season starts on Labor Day weekend. I got a little shout out too for
Okay.
Mission Audio.
Nice.
One of our sponsors. Bill Janko over at Mission Audio. He's
Nice.
supporting SB Tide. So,
Oh, sweet. Oh, put your hands together. We love that.
yeah.
Beautiful. All right, so how many girls you got registered?
We got 3 teams worth right now.
Nice.
So we're very excited. We got 14. I don't know all the signs. We got 14, we got 12U, and we have 10U.
Nice.
We're super, super excited.
Oh, is there any
Yeah.
room left if anybody wants to sign up?
We actually have, a couple of spaces.
All right, cool. Excellent. I mean,
do.
does it help if you know somebody? No, like
It-
me? No. Nothing means nothing. Huh?
If
I work out with
helps
her
if
on
they
the
know
side.
somebody like you, and
Yeah.
they have higher level playing experience. Like I take, they're all star kids.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
like
they've got to have some experience to
Yeah, a little bit
come
to
over to
work.
SB Tide.
Nice. Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, you're doing a great job. We really appreciate you.
Thank you.
On the I like your picture. I found it. I actually cropped it and did it all for you. She goes, I don't have a picture. No worries, I'll find one. I think I found your good side. Did you like it?
Well, I was on my way to Alaska when you asked for it, so
Exactly. Well, I didn't want to put you like, vacationing. I wanted you in that whole softball, that kind
That's
of coach
right.
that you're going to be.
That's right.
Huh? I'm glad you're here today.
Thank you. We have a something else that's really pretty special is that 2 of my coaches, one of them, Kylie Shea Aldridge, was the first Tide pitcher, and she just came on board as a coach for Santa Barbara Tide, so we're very excited about that.
Super. Put your hand. I love that.
And another one that's been with me for several years, Coach D, just returned from Jamaica, where she took 3 softball players with her to go work in an orphanage.
Oh.
I know.
That is
Isn't that awesome?
Why am I the only one going
Those
on?
are the
Let's
kinds
do
of
it again.
coaches I
Oh,
have.
that's awesome.
Yeah, we have an amazing coaching staff. So very,
well, yeah,
very
giving
excited.
back. I mean, that's what
Yep.
it's about. That's just the service. Awesome. To your left, Dr. May Chandler. Hey. Happy.
Hey.
I like your little bonnet. That's not what you wear in surgery, is it?
Well, no, I've been meaning to go to yoga all day long because this is my one day without patients. Instead, I've been at the office all day long with the construction people.
See? You
So I haven't even made it to yoga yet, and I've been dressed like this all day. Ready to go, ready to go.
That hoodie.
Thank you.
Looks nice.
It's my favorite.
Yes, it is. All right, last but not least, never least, because she sits right next to me, Terri Cooper.
You might be wondering, who is Terri Cooper? And what is she doing here? So should I tell them?
Sure.
Or should I continue with the list of people who are here?
No, why don't you just say who you are, because we got to go to break. And then we're going to say this is going to be the mystery guest.
Oh, how exciting.
okay.
I'm Terri Cooper, marriage and family therapist.
Nice.
And I'm here today to co-host, and I brought a beautiful guest with me, and
Nice.
excited to be here.
All right, and then we have Brian Faulk behind me, who just snuck in. Brian Faulk!
Hello, good morning. Yes.
Yay, Brian!
I snuck in. I'm great.
I know. I need something like between my my eyebrows.
When we go on a break, you're gonna need a needle right between the eyes.
I do.
Which is
Something's
good.
wrong with me.
Everyone else might want to know
Feeling
too.
it? Empty nest.
I know.
Actually, I've never had an empty nest because, see, I've been empty nested for about a month, but I've had 3 people recovering from 3 surgeries because that's what I do now. I stayed around the hospital, and if I know you and you're having surgery, I welcome you into my home.
You got a big heart. You got a big heart, Erica.
I do.
Eric is Salda rehab.
That's what I do. And, and then I have a survey sheet. Okay, and I'll tell you one really fast thing because Dominique, my +1. Anyway, she was there this one particular night. I'm just going to say, okay, Aunt Allie, I'm sorry, you're at my house right now. She had a knee replacement. Ooh, that Aunt Allie. Postmaster. Anyway, Postmaster and Allie had a knee replacement. So, we do the dinner. And, when somebody's coming over, even if you can't cook, you'd learn. I mean, that's the kind of person I am, but I happen to be a marvelous cook. So anyway, I am making things that I would have never made. Because, somebody's going to come over, and if you want it to grow, You have to really, be right there with the medicine, 3:00 in the morning and all this other kind of stuff. So I'm all over it and everything is great. So all of a sudden, Dominique came home from a very horrible day, because she works on this big Apple project, which is confidential. Okay. But now everybody knows. So what happened was after dinner, which was amazing, it was my delightful chicken parm, okay, which is awesome. So Dominique goes, hold on, please, because she was going to make, whip up this strawberry thing. So she puts the strawberries and everything. We hear the little blender go on and everything. So then she comes and I'm looking at Anne. I'm like, oh boy, dessert, yummy. Because, I didn't eat that much dinner. So she comes over with this big pile, okay, and she sits in front of herself and she's eating it. Well, that was not nice. she didn't share. And I'm like, sharing is caring. And I figured, with the amount that she had, because she had a long day, and I'm like, we looked at her and she felt really kind of silly because, this is a community. We have community food. And if you go and make something, you have to make it for everybody. So we started a new rule. So I had to post up the rules, okay, in my kitchen. So if you go to the kitchen, right, if you're at your house and somebody's getting something for the refrigerator, wouldn't you say, would you like something? No.
Exactly.
No, you weren't raised that way?
No, I would.
Oh, okay, because I know Andrea would do that. It was Erica, I'm getting myself a coconut water in your refrigerator. Would you like one? I say, oh, yeah, I would do that,
Does anybody need anything?
Yeah, if anybody wants something, that's what they do. Okay, I see you. Squishy's mushy. Okay, we have a huge show today, and this is Erica Salda, so listen to those great commercials and join us for more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. Terri Cooper, where else are we?
We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're online, of course, at teensportsradio.com. We're on the radio at KZSB AM 1290 on your radio dial. And we're on Instagram. Yay!
I don't post any of that stuff, but I know, it's getting big. We had 4,000 views on Facebook in the first 4 hours on our last show. Woo! Yeah! I didn't know who's doing it. I thought it was you. You were just, was it? It's one per URL. So I'm like, oh no, Eric, it wasn't just you, nonstop. No, I was excited about that.
Instagram has been going. Because before I left, I wasn't using Instagram, but since I've been traveling, I have been, and it's actually really fun.
Yeah, Instagram is the big thing. It's
I don't even
kids.
do Facebook anymore.
Yeah. No, I
just
really like
Instagram.
Thanks, because I just bought some this morning. Just wondering to add that. Thank you so much. Really, you might as well, buy it when it goes down.
I just like to see the pictures, not like I am eating this for lunch. I am going to do yoga right now. Really.
Or the super long diatribes that are super, super personal, and you're like, really?
Yeah.
You might want to keep that between you and your partner.
Exactly.
Right.
Serious.
So much drama. Instagram has less
We have
drama.
to have a new site called Too Much Information. Just
Too
for
much
that.
information.
Very nice. All right. Nancy, you brought a guest. Who'd you bring?
I brought Zack. Zack is an accomplished triathlete in Santa Barbara.
Hello.
And he's doing some really exciting things, and he's going to share this bike team with us.
Ooh, Jack. Thanks for being here.
Zack.
I said Zack.
It's okay.
Sorry,
It's all right. Thanks for having me on the show.
Absolutely.
It's great to be here. I am keeping busy in Santa Barbara, for sure. I recently started a youth cycling team called the Riviera Youth Bike Team, or RYBT, or Ribbit. All right.
Ribbit.
I was going for that reaction, too.
Yeah.
I was like, acronyms. Yeah, our logo is a frog on a bicycle, too, just to top it off. Ribbit. Ribbit is basically looking for. We're catering to 10 to 13-year-olds, and we're providing them with a full-blown cycling team. Providing bikes, helmets, coaches, a nutritionist, a child psychologist. We have a whole amazing supportive community that's come together in the last couple of months to accept 17 kids in our program.
That's amazing. So how'd you come up with this idea?
It wasn't mine. So there's a similar program in Tucson, Arizona called JET, Junior L Tour. And the idea basically
your
is
acronym's
to...
better.
Right? They're great too. No, JET's been around for 9 years, and they help anywhere from 20 to 40 kids per program. And the whole point is to provide them with workouts 3 times a week as they build their mileage up to 40 miles. And then they do a partnership with the local Century, Bicycle Century organization, and they have the kids ride 40 miles that day with all the other cyclists around. So we're doing that here in town with our own SB 100 Century event.
And how did these kids find you, or how did you find them?
I went through the Franklin School, Franklin Youth Center. I went through CALM. I have kids from CALM and CADA. And that's probably a majority of them, as well as other schools. BC Centro is a massive sponsor, supporter of the program as well, and they did a lot to get the word out to communities too.
I find it interesting that you would be having kids from CALM. I think that's really wonderful because, they sometimes obviously fall through the cracks, and that's why they need a facilitator through CALM. Mm-hmm. So I'm just wondering, do you notice a difference in the psychological dynamic of the different kids, or does the cycling just bond them in that common experience so that it just becomes something they share and that's it?
Yeah, it's tricky because we actually had to turn kids away. I was supposed to take 12 kids all along, and then I had 26 apply, and I couldn't do it. Looking at some of the background stories from CALM and CADA, there's a lot of information there about where they're coming from, and I would say it's a mixed reaction of bonding with other kids and then also having another new tool to utilize for themselves, like a bike. I mean, give them a bike and it's a different kind of day for them. So,
and a good role model. That's also really key for a lot of these kids who don't have a whole lot of that. So
it's been great. I mean, I have another 3 coaches involved with the team too, who are all just psyched, and we have sponsors in the community here. We have Hazard Cycle Sport, the SB 100. Obviously, they came through with comping the whole team for the program.
So how long does each program cycle through?
So it's a 3-month program.
3 months.
Yeah. Doing Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday workouts.
Okay.
And then we do like an off-season program that's once a week.
Do the kids get to keep the bikes when they're done and all
They
the
do.
equipment?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
I ordered 17 bikes today.
That's so cool. Hooray.
Hooray.
Yeah,
Hooray.
it's a little stressful. Yeah. Especially, I have my own challenges too, just with communicating because I don't speak Spanish. And we do have some kids coming from families that don't speak English. So I spent... I do have someone from BC Centro staff that's helping with phone calls and talking to the parents, but like yesterday, it was a pretty crazy day trying to my Spanish speaking coach was not available, so it was up to me to like call the parents and try and get them to send over an NC measurement because we had 4 kids that were in between bike sizes.
Oh no!
And it was tough. I was like, oh, okay.
How do you say inseam without
what is
sounding
inseam?
obscene?
Like, floor to crotch. How do I don't know how to translate that. Like,
how do you say crotch in Spanish?
How do you?
That went over,
I'm
I'm sure.
I have no idea. So that was tough. But I mean, a lot of it's really come together. It's been a pretty exciting time. The community's really gotten behind it with different sponsorships and support, and just feeling super lucky about it.
What happens when a kid learns to ride a bike and gets into it? It's therapy, it's companionship.
Mm-hmm.
The 3 months are up and they can't afford a bicycle. Is there any fundraising going on in the community to get bikes for these kids?
Yeah, so we give them the bike after the program.
Give them the bike?
Yeah.
St. Zack. Wow.
So they have to do the first 3 months of those 3 times a week. And they have to do the final ride, and then they have to do the follow-up program as well for another 10 weeks, which is just a once-a-week kind of workout together. And after that point, then, they keep the bike.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's
great, and I'm so proud of you, young man. You're doing a very good thing.
I do what I can.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
So Zack with a Z, because I was the only one that said Jack. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. I forgive you.
Question. So it's a nonprofit?
It's a nonprofit program through the Bicycle Coalition.
Okay, good. So I'm sure Nancy told you to go on our wall when if you just gave us an icon or whatever that and you linked Teen Sports Radio, any monies that we generate, I mean, we try to share it as best as we can through the 19 nonprofits. The last check went out 10 days ago to United Boys and Girls Club for $10,000.
Nice.
So well, I mean, I can't say whatever, but I could point to that. No, the one to the left. No, I mean, I can kind of help.
I thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Welcome to support. The JET program is a 3-month on in-season program with a 3-month follow-up program. I'm trying to do it a little bit differently here in town with a year-round program. So definitely getting to a point where we can be ready for donations and sponsorships like that is going to be key for our long-term success.
So come back then.
Okay.
Anytime.
Sure.
This is awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hey, let's take a quick little break. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with a lot more after these messages. We are back. This is Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show, and I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
Every single Tuesday.
9 a.m. All right, now's the time that we, crack open the old little box, and if anybody has an owie, we're blessed to have Brian Faulk in the house. All right, raise your hand if you have an owie. Let's see. I have an owie. You have an owie? She's got an owie. You got one little owie over here. Okay, well, next is perfect because you're the next guest, and I'm going to go over to Dr. May Chandler, and he's going to get the box, and then you could whisper. You pointed at me? What?
Said, raise your hand.
Oh, you got an owie too. That's a funny point. You bent. It was a bend and up. Okay, good.
No, I was trying to straighten my shirt.
Oh, I got you. Wow, I thought you was like doing some scared me. This is not TV, it's radio. So he was pointing at me.
First.
Okay, you're first. So, May Chandler, who's in the house right now?
So I have Tina and Richard with me. They are the owners of Opal Restaurant.
Woo! We love Opal Restaurant.
Wow, thank you.
And,
Thanks. Yes, nice.
and they are here to help me talk about the Taste of the Town that's coming up in less than 2 weeks from now.
Definitely. That's
Yes.
the hot ticket.
That is the hot ticket.
The big ticket.
It goes towards the Arthritis Foundation,
Nice.
which we all know I'm on that board.
Yes.
So this is my big event number 2
Yeah,
that's
that's
coming up.
And we'll see you there.
You'll see me there.
In front of Opal.
Exactly.
Testing that shrimp.
That shrimp, yes. So how did you guys get involved with this Taste of the Town?
We've been honorary co-chairs for 9 years now, and we got involved because the organization is amazing, and they do so much good for all people. But, we found out that 300,000 children have arthritis in America, and we were surprised to hear that. And we wanted to do as much as we could to help out.
I think that's true because actually not only the children, but the fact that 1 in 5 Americans, it's just, once you realize that and really think about it, it really touches your heart. And we can't help but want to give back and try to make that better.
And most people do get arthritis as we get older. So, it's something that's really helping the masses.
Right. Well, exactly. And especially I think a lot of people think it's just older people that get arthritis when they get older, and it's not that big of a deal. But it really is. It's a big deal, not just for the adults, but especially for the children and what it limits them of what they can do.
I found out that a lot of the children in schools, they have problems and doctors misdiagnose them. And then they find out they have arthritis, and then they help them. And then these kids live much better. Yeah, they have normal lives after that point. So that's pretty amazing.
Finding the diagnosis, exactly.
Exactly.
So, what I've actually never been to the Taste of the Town, so tell me a little bit about it.
It's amazing. There's like 1,000 people all together coming to this event. It's the first tasting event in Santa Barbara, 34 years strong. So it's pretty awesome. Lots of people, 40 wineries, 40 restaurants. There's a live band, silent auction. What else?
Yeah.
Where? It's at the Riviera Gardens.
That's
pretty. September.
Overlooking the city. It's always a beautiful time of year.
It has never not been a beautiful day.
Yeah, I mean,
it's really absolutely gorgeous.
And the servings are not like Costco. I want to just be plain and clear about that. They're nice, healthy, and the shrimp has never. I mean, you're still doing the. I don't know what they are.
They're filo wrapped tiger prawns, and they're marinated first, in a little tequila orange and wrapped in a shredded filo. They're flash fried, served with a coconut curry dipping sauce.
Yeah.
I know. Last year we bring so much, and we had to go back and get even more because we want to make
the demand was great.
Yeah.
Yes.
People were
How
having
many
lunch.
did you go through? Just curious.
How many? Well, we did 1,000 last.
Oh, wow.
1,000 tastes. And I think there were like 800 people, and now there's going to be probably 1,000 or so.
And you said you guys have been involved for 9 years in it.
Yes.
And then how have you seen it grow over the past 9 years, the Taste of the Town? Has it?
Oh, it's gotten better, more organized, more fun. It's everybody's excited to actually be involved. It's not so hard to get. In fact, sometimes we have to turn away wineries because we have more than 40 wineries who want to be involved.
Oh, nice.
And I think Santa Barbara is the number one per capita in events and nonprofits.
Right. And then it gets hard because you can't go to everything. You can't donate to everything. It's, yeah.
So for those in the public who are not aware of Taste of the Town, is this a free event or do you have to buy tickets? How does that work?
It's tickets $125 per person if you get it in advance and $140 at the door. And
there are some package deals too. If you get 10 or more, there's a
you can get your company to sponsor and have get tickets for everybody. It'd be great. At their.
And then what does that include?
Tasting for 40 wineries, 40 restaurants, silent auction. It's just a lot of fun. We have bands. People are dancing.
So I should not eat for a few days and then get my tickets.
That would be wise.
And get a taxi home.
Drink.
Yeah.
All donation, like the wineries and the restaurants.
Everything's
donating all of your time and food and everything. Yeah. And then all the money goes to the Arthritis Foundation. That's amazing.
And there's some great sponsors we should mention too. BMW is behind it. Hub
International
Cottage Orthopedics.
Montecito Bank and Trust has always been great with a Community West Bank, First Click, the Berryman.
Teen Sports Radio.
Teen Sports Radio.
Yeah. Just saying.
Well, I was leaving the best for the last.
Yeah, we were building up to it.
I was looking over there on the list because we don't need to be on a list because we are.
It's really huge on the back page.
It was actually we are. We're getting a full page.
Yeah.
Put your hands together. Yes. Woo! That's right. Full page.
And we should also mention when you asked about how it's grown over the years. There's also 3 years ago we added a connoisseur circle. So some of the more high-end donors who we do a special event for them. And that takes place 2 days beforehand, and there are tickets available for that as well.
They're finally opening up that to the public because we're at the Baccara this year, and there's a lot more space. So companies can buy a table. And the chef, the honorary chef this year is Vincent Lesage, and he's come from France, 3-star Michelin, which is the highest rating. And he is now the new chef of the Baccara. So he'll be cooking up amazing dinner for the Connoisseur Circle.
Sounds fabulous.
What did you raise last year? She told me and I forgot. I'm sorry. Debbie Martin told us. I mean, it's one of your...
$165,000.
Nice.
Like that.
Very nice. Yeah. Fantastic. Santa Barbara. Definitely.
Yeah. Thank you, Santa Barbara. Yes.
I mean, bottom line, it's a donation. It's a deduction. And if you're writing Uncle Sam a check, honestly,
and a good time.
Yeah, and I can promise you with any it's not a line item, right? I mean, $125 really. Save it. If you save your change, because we have this big roundup campaign, you'd be shocked how much money at the end of the month you have by just throwing some coins in a bucket.
We have people come back every year because it's so fun.
Speaking of fun, do they ever have volunteers come in and help with setting it up or being part of it?
Absolutely. Volunteers,
they need volunteers
from all over. Yeah, and we have logistics committees, and we have committees to set up the volunteers. Everything's really well organized.
Now that sounds like a really fun and worthwhile event to participate in and volunteer in.
And that's why we got involved, because we love the passion of the Arthritis Foundation in Santa Barbara, and we've also met others from outside of Santa Barbara who come to this event from the Arthritis Foundation, and there's so much passion and care for those who need the help.
And is it strictly an adults function, or do some of these kids who benefit from the fundraising get to come to it as well, or is anything done for them to participate in it?
Well, we do have people bringing their kids, but there is wine there, so.
Well, that's one
Unless
way
you're
to
French and you were
kids
brought
out.
up drinking wine.
Well, we're really blessed to have an amazing rheumatologist. Is that the right word to use? Doctor.
She's a pediatric rheumatologist.
Pediatric rheumatologist. We're blessed to have her. We have one, and we have her. There's one, and we have her.
Right.
So how good is that? And she works in Ventura and Santa Barbara.
Ventura, Santa Barbara, and I think even up into Santa Maria area.
That's Dr. Parza, right?
Dr. Parza, yeah.
Parza.
Parza.
I have a problem with my Zuz and
I
Zack.
don't know if I'm pronouncing it 100% either. I am from Arkansas, so I have a little bit of that twang.
I'm from New York.
Well, and she's actually doing another event. It's the It's for juvenile arthritis, but they're doing it at the zoo, an overnight thing at the zoo for the kids.
When is that?
I don't remember exactly, but I think it's coming up in September.
We'll put that on the wall as well.
Exactly.
Definitely. All right, great. Hey, we're just moving along so quickly right now, and I don't even have a smell. There it is. There's a smushy sign. Hey, that means it's go time. This is Erica Salda. Stay tuned for more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday,
9 a.m. right after the news. Terri Cooper, where else are we?
We're with flying microphones is where we are. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, YouTube, online at teensportsradio.com, Instagram, and on the radio at KZSB AM 1290.
You're awesome at that. Woo, Terri Cooper! Marriage and family therapist. I needed a therapist, and you were it. I'm just saying, who else? Because, I like it. You know what I mean? I know we spend at least a half an hour after every single show talking. So what we've got to do, why don't you, well, it is kind of true. Sometimes I pick her up and take her home. I'm just saying. Okay, you brought a great guest. I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. I'm giving you the mic back.
Thank you very much. I do volunteer for this position, but the next but the next half an hour I am going to charge you for. That's just enough sampling for you. And we want you just disturbed as you are because you're delightful.
Thank you. I think.
Oh, yes, of course. So I am delighted to bring to our wonderful show today a colleague named Monika. I knew I would screw it up. I practiced her name. Monika K. There you go. Who's a certified Access Consciousness Bars facilitator and a certified Access Body Process facilitator. She's going to explain to us what that is. And Monika has been very active in the energy and personal transformation field for over 20 years. So welcome, Monika. We're delighted to have you here. And Monika is going to be talking to us and explaining what bars is and what Access Consciousness is. But I wanted to tell you that I did experience this. I was curious, and Monika was kind enough to give me a bars treatment. And it was a very pleasant, very easy experience, and I did not expect the reaction that I had, which was to feel so peaceful, so grounded, so centered, and so shifted at such an elegant, simple affair. And if you keep laughing, I'm going to have to hurt you, Dr. D. So welcome, Monika. So tell us, what is bars and what is Access Consciousness?
Access Consciousness was founded about 25 years ago by best-selling author and international speaker Gary Douglas. It's Access Consciousness is a set of processes and tools that have been developed. They're pragmatic tools to help remove any unconscious limitations that may be holding a person back in any area of their life. And we have Access Bars. What we call Access Bars is a energetic body process. The Access Bars are 32 bars of energy that run through and around your head that connect to different aspects of your life. And then when we touch them, they release the electromagnetic component of thoughts, ideas, attitudes you have, and decisions that you've made or judgments that you've ever had before. And we touch one bar, and you begin to clear all the energy that's associated with that area of your life.
When you were working on me, I suddenly became aware of a lot of thoughts, and they were disparate thoughts. They were bits and pieces and fragments, almost as if I was in a waking dream state. And then you touched another section very gently on my head, and suddenly all those thoughts went away, and it became very clear and very calm. I mean, there really was a noticeable shift, a conscious shift in what was going on in my head as you did what appeared to be nothing more than simply gently move your hands. So I just wanted to share that. So, Monika, you know this is a show about teen sports. Yes. And so when I thought of inviting you on the show, I wondered if the kind of processes that you use are helpful for athletes and how they might benefit the athlete. Other than the obvious shifts in consciousness, what does these processes do for the athlete?
Well, access bars is actually a body process, and it's an entry point for athletes to let go of their fixed points of view in order to to allow them to increase performance. So we also have body processes in access, but the access bars allows people to actually have more space and ease in their body. And that relates to if you are in competition or would like to increase performance in any way, having more space and ease in your body is very important. Also, the bars help athletes recover from a strenuous training and recover from injuries faster.
Okay, I have a question. Yes. This is way over. This is out of my wheelhouse.
That is exactly what I was thinking. I was like I don't even know what kind of question to ask.
Well, I can make one up. Okay. So, because I have been treated by Dr. Andrea for like a year. So she's an osteopath. So I get the whole touching and energy and healing because I definitely I get that. I don't know how she does it, but she does it. So what you're saying is what you do when you touch somebody, it's on their head?
Yes.
Okay, so are you saying that you're like a gift? Did you go to school for this? I mean, so you went to school, or you just have a natural, like you're just a naturally gifted? And I believe in all that as well, because I know how, some people can move energy. I know when I walk into a quiet room, all of a sudden it does not quiet anymore. So I get it. I get it. And just the silence kills me. You hear bang, it's like by myself, So talk to me like how this whole thing works. So for the person who's driving the car right now, that they're doing, because I don't get it either.
Anybody can learn the bars. It's a system, and it's a one-day class. In fact, I do teach classes in Santa Barbara, bars classes, and offer private sessions. But the class is all about the placement, where the points are on the head, the 32 points, and then how long to hold them and what they mean. So it's a very easy. The kids learn bars, teenagers learn bars, and people around the world. We're actually in 113 countries. There's over 2,000 bars facilitators around the world who are teaching classes. And it's very easy system to learn. A lot of holistic practitioners, chiropractors, therapists add bars to their practices to enhance the healing of the patient.
So how's that different from cranial sacral kind of work? Like if you're putting your hands on somebody's head and moves all that?
This is gently touching.
That's a good question, don't you think? Come on, put your head. I thought it was a good question.
You know cranial sacral.
The word just popped in my head.
It came from the unconscious.
She mentioned it to me.
Opened something up already.
Yeah.
You're accessing.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So, good. Help me.
It's different in the way that we don't manipulate. It's just a gentle touch.
Okay.
So once the bars are touched, they activate and then begin to. It's like pressing a delete button on your computer where you're deleting fragmented files. So all those thoughts, attitudes, and beliefs that are holding you back, it's the electromagnetic component of those stored in and around your brain that begin to let go and clear. So a lot of times people get off the table really clear-headed, focused, energized, and productive.
I have a question first for Terri. When you had those, you said disparate thoughts. They were all were they kind of like those fragments of thoughts?
That was exactly what she described. It was like in a dream when you have bits and pieces and they don't go together. It was just it was almost as if somebody someone took a wastebasket full of stuff and threw it up in the air, and all of it was coming down in the form of thoughts. And suddenly, when she moved her hands, or subtly when she moved her hands, they all just went away.
And none of them you were actually able to identify with or connect to or ponder because they were just all those fragments.
They were fragments. There wasn't any putting it together. As a therapist, I'm always looking to put desperate pieces, desperate pieces and disparate pieces together. Desperate is what we make our money on, but disparate is how we earn it.
And I would have to say that I'm curious, does it work better if you have hair or not?
It doesn't matter.
That was Andrea's question. Yeah.
Oh, well, I was just wondering if the points that you're talking about correspond to any acupuncture points or acupressure?
They may, but they're standalone on their own. Yeah.
And are you talking somebody through this process as you're touching them?
No.
You're not saying
not
a word.
Necessary.
What if they're talking?
Most people fall asleep. They go into a deep relaxation, and they often don't even remember what happened during the session. Session takes about 75 to 90 minutes.
Huh. I don't know if I can lay on a table for 75 without talking. So there's no talking. And like if I was laying down, I started talking. I said, Erica, no talking.
Talking is allowed. In fact, if people discuss certain issues that are present in their life, that are up for them at that time, then it actually helps the bars to clear those faster.
Does it have lights in the room, or is it dark?
It's a general, just a natural
room?
lighting. Yeah.
Music.
How can people reach you, Monika, if they want to experience the Access Consciousness or bars treatment?
They can find me on Facebook under Monika Krajewska. They can also find me through my website. It's Monika, last name Krajewska, and on my website 27chairs.com. That's 27chairs.com.
Nice. All right. Hey, we've got a little bit more, so don't go anywhere. All right. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show, and I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in every single Tuesday at 9 a.m. And Brian, I know you have a question.
I do.
Yes.
Where does the sun come from?
Where does the sun...
No, I don't know.
Brian, I've missed you so much.
I know. That's the first thing that came to my head.
All day.
The sun comes from the first time a parent looks at their new baby. And that smile makes the sun come out.
Serious.
Or there's this new great thing. It's a video from Nature when they figured out where galaxies actually come from and where the superclusters are. And it's a really cool video. It's on my Facebook page.
Galaxies and superclusters. Yeah.
See, you asked about suns.
I know. We are shining light bulbs.
Speaking of shining light bulbs, Monika, this is, as you know, as we talked about, a teen sports radio show. And so I'm wondering, do you know any athletes that use these processes, and how do they use them, and what are the results?
Well, I personally know Mary Case, who is a professional athlete in Canada, in London, Ontario, in Canada. And she is an Access Bars facilitator, and she is a champion athlete and uses bars and body processes to actually teach other athletes and work with their bodies to release stress and any points of view that are limiting them. So Mary Case has an excellent Facebook page. It's called Access Athlete on Facebook, and you can find out more about her and what she does. She's designed a certain number of, it's a series of body process classes for athletes to learn how to actually work with their bodies. And a retired NFL football player, Ricky Williams, is also a great advocate of Access Consciousness, and he uses bars and Access tools in his practice as well.
Well, thank you very much. Does anybody else have a question for Monika? Wonderful. You did a fantastic job. You'd answered every possible question. Thank you so much for joining us today. Come back anytime you like, especially when Opal comes back, so that we can all taste delicious things and talk about bars.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, our pleasure. All right, don't leave with that thing in your head. Brian's got to pull it out because, that's what we do. There you go. Good job, Brian. Oh, yeah. That's it. Dr. D, you left yours in your knee like a few months back, walking down State Street.
Don't tell anybody that.
I know.
Jeez, Louise, get me all in trouble.
That's it. I know.
Stirring up things.
Brian, where are you with your book? Because, PhD is going to be coming behind that name.
Pressure. I feel the heat, the sun pressure. See, that's why I was thinking about the sun.
That's it. Speaking of sun, you got to join us because the third Friday of every month, Westmont has that free viewing at their observatory.
What do they do?
No, we're going to go.
The stars.
Yeah, it's awesome. And, I don't know if anybody knows out there, but
I love Westmont. I play tennis there all the time.
Aside of it being a free event, it's the best and biggest telescope between San Francisco and Los Angeles.
Wow.
So for anybody who hasn't participated in it, Nancy Eckert, that's team bonding right there.
That
you got 3 teams.
I got to get them to come.
That's it.
The stars.
I was just thinking about the stars in the telescope.
I just think kids would just just die for that.
Absolutely.
Honestly. Especially for kids who's never seen it. But listen, we got the smooshy sign. Put our hands together. Our first emeritus co-host, Dr. Andrea Seiffertt.
Yay.
All right. Nancy Eckert, thank you. Dr. May Chandler, as always. Brian Faulk, Terri Cooper in the house. All right, I need to talk to you because, I need my treatment, my 15 free minutes. This is Erica Salda. If you haven't checked in, Santa Barbara was voted the best city in the country.
Claro que sí.
We've always known that. God bless Santa Barbara. See you next week. Please tune in and join us next Tuesday at KZSB AM 1290 at 9:06 a.m. when we will go behind the scenes with the local students, athletes, coaches, parents, volunteers, and all other teen sports supporters. This is all brought to you by ePro Insurance Agency, leader in gift planning and wealth preservation since 1983. So please follow along and support our student athletes by reading the Santa Barbara News Press, and then join me, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen, Dr. Dugan, my co-host, friends, teens, every week on the Santa Barbara News Press radio station.
You're the best around.